Do you still qualify after an overstay? Final N-400 Interview Practice, Part 3. Andrea and David continue their interview in the same quiet USCIS interview room. Andrea reviews her notes from Parts 1 and 2 and moves into final clarification questions to confirm David's current lawful status and overall compliance.
David, we've discussed your past overstay, the dates, and the consequences you understood at the time. Now I want to focus on the present. My main question for this segment is, what is your current immigration status, and how do you make sure you maintain it lawfully?
Currently, I am a lawful permanent resident. I received my green card several years ago. Since then, I've been very careful to follow all the rules that come with that status. I make sure I live primarily in the United States, keep my address updated with USCIS, and follow all laws.
Thank you. As a follow-up, how do you stay informed about the responsibilities that come with permanent resident status?
I rely on official sources. I check USCIS websites, read official notices, and sometimes attend community information sessions. I don't depend on rumors or social media for legal information anymore. After my earlier mistake, I learned how important accurate information is.
That's good. Another follow-up. Since becoming a permanent resident, have you ever remained outside the United States for an extended period that could raise questions about abandonment of residence?
No, officer. I travel occasionally, but all trips have been short. I've never stayed outside the U.S. for more than a few weeks. My home, job, and family life are all here.
Good clarification. One more follow-up. Have you ever received any warnings, notices, or concerns from USCIS or CBP about your status since becoming a permanent resident?
No, I haven't. I've never been stopped for secondary inspection related to my status, and I've never received any notice saying I violated my status.
Thank you. These answers help confirm that your current status is lawful and stable. We'll now move to questions about whether there are any unresolved issues connected to your past overstay. Building on what we discussed earlier, my main question for this segment is, do you have any unresolved immigration issues connected to your past overstay?
No, officer. I don't have any unresolved issues. The overstay was fully disclosed during later applications, reviewed by officers, and addressed before I became a permanent resident. There are no pending cases or unanswered questions related to it.
Thank you. As a follow-up, did any officer ever instruct you to take additional corrective action related to that overstay after you disclosed it?
No, each time it came up, I answered honestly and provided documents when asked. I followed all instructions, and no one told me there was anything left to fix.
That's important. Another follow-up. Have you ever been placed in removal proceedings or received a notice to appear because of the overstay?
No, officer. I was never placed in removal proceedings. I left voluntarily before that happened, and I was never ordered to appear in immigration court.
Understood. One more clarification. Since becoming a permanent resident, have you ever violated the terms of your status in any way, such as by failing to file required forms or committing immigration-related violations?
No, I've been careful to follow all requirements. I renew documents on time, update my address, and comply with all rules. I don't want any mistakes, especially after what I learned from the past.
Very good. This helps confirm that there are no outstanding issues tied to your overstay. Next, we'll focus on your understanding of honesty and disclosure during the naturalization process. David, for this segment, I want to focus on principles. My main question is, why do you believe full disclosure about a past overstay is important during the naturalization process?
Because honesty is a legal and moral requirement. USCIS already has access to entry and exit records, so hiding information would only damage trust. I believe naturalization is not just about meeting technical requirements, but also about showing integrity.
That's correct. As a follow-up, how does this belief affect the way you answer questions on immigration forms and in interviews like this one?
It means I answer carefully and truthfully, even if something might seem negative. I don't try to minimize or avoid past mistakes. I explain them clearly and take responsibility.
Another follow-up. Do you understand that giving false information can have more serious consequences than the overstay itself?
Yes, officer. I understand that misrepresentation or lying can lead to denial of naturalization or even loss of status. That's much more serious than a past mistake that was handled properly.
Exactly. One more follow-up. How does your conduct since the overstay demonstrate good moral character?
Since then, I've followed all laws, maintained lawful status, and been transparent in every application. I've shown that I learned from the mistake and corrected my behavior permanently.
Thank you. That explanation shows maturity and understanding. In our final segment, I'll ask a few last confirmation questions before concluding this topic. This is our final segment for the overstay topic. My main question is, can you confirm that you are currently in lawful status and that there are no outstanding immigration concerns affecting your application?
Yes, officer, I can confirm that. I am a lawful permanent resident, I meet the residency requirements, and there are no pending issues, violations, or unresolved matters in my immigration history.
As a follow-up, have you reviewed your application to make sure all information about your past overstay is accurate and complete?
Yes, I reviewed it carefully. The dates, explanations, and answers match what we discussed today. I made sure everything was consistent and truthful.
Another follow-up. If USCIS needed additional documents or clarification related to your past overstay, how would you respond?
I would respond promptly and fully. I would provide any documents requested and explain anything that needs clarification. I understand cooperation is important.
Final follow-up. Is there anything else about your immigration history that you believe USCIS should know before we close this topic?
No, officer. Everything relevant has been discussed, and there is nothing else to add.
Thank you, David. Your answers have been clear and consistent. That concludes our discussion of your past overstay and your current lawful status. The overstay portion of your N-400 interview is now complete, and we'll move on to the next section of the application. Vocabulary note: lawful permanent resident, a person authorized to live and work permanently in the U.S., maintain status, continue to follow immigration rules. Abandonment, giving up residence by long absence. Official sources, government-provided information. Unresolved, not settled or finished. Removal proceedings, legal process to remove someone from the U.S. Notice to appear. Document ordering someone to immigration court. Disclosure, sharing information openly. Full disclosure, complete and honest sharing of information. Integrity, honesty and strong moral principles. Misrepresentation, providing false or misleading information. Good moral character, consistent law-abiding and honest behavior. Outstanding, still not resolved. Confirm, state clearly that something is true. Clarification, explanation to make something clear. Consistent, matching and not conflicting over time.